Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of San Marino versus England and Scotland versus Denmark in World Cup qualified. England is a point to qualify for Qatar 2022. Scotland basically need a result to basically get either seeded or non-seeded. They're in the playoffs, but it's to decide if they're going to be seeded or non-seeded in the actual draw for the playoffs. So seeded will get them a better draw. Non-seeded will get them, basically could end up getting them a worse game. So it's all just ifs, buts and maybes, but we'll wait and see. And as soon as the game kicks off, I will end the poll for you guys to vote. We think we're winning both England and Scotland, England and San Marino, and Scotland and Denmark.
Harry Kane was so desperate to play this evening. He wants to move closer to the all-time England goal-scoring record, and one goal tonight will mean another honour. The most goals scored in a calendar year, breaking a 113-year-old record. Can he do it? Will he do it? Well, we will find out live on ITV tonight from San Marino after we've heard the national anthems of San Marino and England.
Come on, we need a win today. What? Yep. That's what I put. I do it because it just makes it easier. Oh, it's silly me.
Well, England are in San Marino, and we will have the goals as they go in next.
And I'll give you the lineups because I think they're going to be doing them in silence. So I don't know if England have already done it. Scotland are doing theirs. So I'll give you the lineups now. Starting with England. So England is Aaron Ramsdale in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Saka, Maguire, Cody. That's an interesting back line, but this is where it's going to get interesting. Tyrone Mings is playing left mid. So Just to let you out, and if you guys get confused and saying Tyrone Mings is the centre back, he is playing left mid. I don't know why. It's weird. We have, yeah. Oh, because on the lineup, he, yeah. Conte Cold. Yep. 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 Yeah. Yep. The going through is Bellingham, Kane, Foden, and Emil Smith Rowe. That's basically I've nearly said it all. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Then on the bench is Jewel, Johnson, James, Walker, Stones, Abraham, Conor Gallagher, and Jordan Pickford. That's the England team. I haven't got San Marino's unfortunately because they're not unable to find that. Unable to, so yeah. 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 Yeah.
Late 80s.
Then yeah, and then the Scotland team is Craig Gordon, Stephen O'Donnell, Robertson Suter, Tierney McGinn, McGregor Adams, Christy Gilmore, and I'm so sad to say this. This is the reason why we're going to lose. Liam Bloody Cooper. Yep, on the bench is Xander Clark, John McLaughlin, Anthony Ralston, Ryan Pontus, McKenna, Armstrong, Turnbull, Nesbitt, Ferguson, Brown, McLean. That is your Scotland team to face Denmark. And I've also got the Danish team for you. I'll try my best. Schmeichel, Vestergaard, Kier, Christensen. That's weird. Vass, Johnson, Miller, Olsen, Cornelius, and Bran Larsen. That is your Danish team to play Scotland today. Now it's just hope, and then we'll end the poll. And then we'll end the poll at about 5 minutes. So you guys can vote on the Scotland versus Denmark game. So you guys think we'll win.
There's a bit of moisture on it at the moment, but it's not as quick as these players are used to. So the tempo of the game.
It's a weird San Marino kit. I don't like it.
The enthusiasm from San Marino will wear off at some point. Smith Rowe.
Yeah, the reason why they can't wear their home shirt, the reason why they can't wear their home kit is because it's light blue and white. And because we are wearing white, they can't wear their actual home colours. Yeah, which is the worst out of the bunch. So, get your votes in quickly, and then you guys can have your say on who you think will win between Denmark and Scotland.
Saka getting down that left for the first.
Go on.
He's got Foden waiting in the centre and Kane, but
I remember the game where when Ray Rooney scored the goal to equal the record. Well, was against San Marino.
They go out and they come inside, and then they just leave Saka really wide on the
Oh, McGinn. Oh, Robertson, why did you handball it, man? I'm going to try in both games to try and be impartial to one and not the other. So I'm going to try and be... But I'm going to be trying not to be biased to one. And yeah, that's why that's why I look my head up. What? Here we come on, England. Go on! Oh, lucky, unlucky.
Portugal heading for the playoffs. Spain only sealed their place.
Unlucky Scotland knew he had a good opportunity there.
Switzerland make it through automatically to the World Cup. England's ride has been relatively smooth.
Here we go. Oh, another corner to England.
Second successive corner.
Oh, unlucky Gilmore.
Franco Varela, who has been in charge of San Marino for 4 years.
And to let you guys know, Dean Smith is manager of Norwich. So that'll be interesting. Good. Yeah. Good header. 1-0 England. Harry Maguire, 6 minutes in. Hallelujah. It looks like we're going.
Well, that celebration's a little bit more diplomatic.
Slavet by Phil and assist.
And celebrates yet another goal, yet another goal. His 6th.
Yeah. Oh, in my phrase, I don't like you because you play for Manchester United, but I love you but you're from Sheffield.
So you don't need to do too many fancy things from set pieces.
Yeah.
Put the ball in the danger area, let your physicality rule, and that's certainly what Harry Kane does. It's over Bellingham and he's just waiting for
what?
it. Right into the danger area from Foden. And as you said, the celebration was a little bit more. He seemed to enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah, but they give it to Jordan Henderson. Yeah. You might think my dad's a bit weird, but he said he would even have Jordan Henderson at Chelsea. Just because he's there for someone who could actually fit into our team. He can fit.
Rectify in this autumn period, and they've started to maximise them again. I Kovacic he might because he regularly gets injured. So you might think yes for that one, but Georgie. Yeah. Yeah. And we should be happy because Lukaku's back. Yeah. Yeah, so that's good. So I'll stop the poll now and let's see what you guys have put. You have put Denmark to win. Screw yous. Trying to go on the outside. He's got 3 waiting in the centre. Gets in front.
You put Denmark to win. Screw yous.
The Mings pass out and goes straight to Saka. Doesn't give the right wing back Tomasini chance to get out.
But I had 1 vote in that, and that was for Denmark. Yeah, because I actually would like, for once, to have a bet before a game and they actually get it spot on. So that if they believe that Scotland, Bet365 believes Scotland could actually win this game, I would like Scotland to go out and do it. And then it proves that they're correct. I want to see if it can happen. Oh, hey, they're playing another guy on FIFA I used to buy on Career Mode, Cornelius. Oh, Denmark. Who came to England to play for Cardiff and did bugger all. Yeah, he left Copenhagen to come to Cardiff and then just went back. Yeah. Yeah. Get. Oh, here we go. Well, we'll give you... Wow. Let's see some results from tonight. That's Northern Ireland 0, Italy 0, Switzerland 0, Bulgaria 0. Austria are beating Moldova. Marko Arnautovic. Israel 0-0 against Faroe Islands. Hungary 0-0 against Poland. And Andorra 0-0 against Albania. And I'll do friendlies because they're finished. Georgia 0, Georgia 1, Uzbekistan 1, and Lithuania 1, Kuwait 1. The international friendlies as well. But is anything else down here? Nope. Except, ooh, I think it's good. It's interesting result because I didn't expect this in the African World Cup qualifying. That is a surprise. Djibouti 2, Niger 7. Come on. Oh, he slipped. Oh, nearly 2-0. Unlucky. That one thing I will say is San Marino's pitch is dodgy. The only reason is that pitch would basically... What? Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm glad that I don't play football I don't play football at all. On a pitch like that, and I landed in an awkward position, I would be buggered for the rest of my life. So, yeah, still 0-0. I never went. Yeah, I never wear. Even when I played on grass, I never wore studs. I always wore AstroTurf boots because I was used to play on AstroTurf. So, and it also saved a bit of money. They're also not as expensive.
Well, it really suited England then. San Marino had 6 men forward. They were getting ideas above the station and trying to put a bit of a press on, and then England passed the ball really quickly out of defence.
We
won't get many 2 chances.
Yeah, I have played on the grass pitch, but most of the time it's been on AstroTurf. Just because I've done little like 5-a-side tournaments. Because I did well. I've done well when it comes to AstroTurf pitches, because every tournament I play on AstroTurf pitch, I've ended up winning it. Because I'm better on the 5.
Match at Wembley. Frustrated Jesse Lingard a few times. Made 7 saves against Hungary last week when they managed to keep them at bay, or at least at arm's length for a little while. Taro Mings just getting caught, getting pinned back there. By Nani, it's a free kick. Might actually get the ball in the box here.
Okay.
They have only scored 1 goal during this qualification campaign, San Marino, and Nicola Nani did manage it. It was in a game here against Poland, and some of the supporters were so desperate to get the atmosphere going that they were not even watching the play when it happened because they didn't expect it.
Okay.
Enrico Bonucci is going to take the free kick.
Come on, England. Guys, put your question in the chat. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys put in front of me. And also some other news about an hour ago. West Ham fans are banned from attending the Rapid Vienna game in the Europa League.
Dario sends it back in. Maguire deals with it.
And it's due to a... West Ham have been punished by UEFA due to crowd disturbances caused by a section of their travelling support in Genk earlier this month. But like I say, That, but like I say, it's something that is so little that a few fans cause, then ruins it for others, and that's what's happened with West Ham. England are on the ball at the moment. Just pass. England are just passed the ball. Come on, England! It's Scotland. Still 0-0. England are still 1-0. Here comes England. Is he going to have a pop shot? He's had a pop shot. Oh, it's gone in. Oh, it's for Kyle. Get in.
2-0 England.
2-0. 2-0. And it has been credited as an own goal.
Initially, from Maguire back out to
Yeah.
on that left-hand side, and
yeah.
Going to get this one, I don't think.
Like, if you guys were expecting me to get overexcited about these goals, you might not be getting them tonight because it is San Marino at the end of the day, and we're expected to win this game. So.
He's been initially credited with the goal. I've got a feeling that might change later on. We often see you.
Yeah, it's just I'm more like. Yeah, I'm more likely, and this is no disrespect to like England or anything. I'm more excited. We get more excited when Scotland score against Denmark because we're not expected to beat them. When England, we're already expected to win, so it's like you're happy anyway that you're expected to win. Denmark have not even had a shot. Hello, 7 White. Oh, you're not gonna like this from one guy. 7 White. San Marino will win, and a draw between Scotland and Denmark. 2-8. England already 2-0 up. Have you not read the scores? Yeah, if you guys wouldn't even put down what you guys.
Referee tonight, by the way, is from Slovenia, Radi Obrenovic, who was in good mood this morning at breakfast, wasn't he?
Do you know the quickest ever goal England have ever conceded in an international match was actually against San Marino?
Looked like a referee when he went up for his ex.
That was. Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 The reason I remember that because San Marino ended up scoring within like within about 10 seconds, but England ended up winning that game 7-1. Wow. Wow. Have you heard what they said, that these players are not professional?
Minks, who's had his fair share of
yeah, because the commentators just said that they have to put annual leave in to play qualifying matches.
Just before he hit it, and it was a comfortable save for Benedettini.
So guys, put your question in the chat, anything at all. If you guys want to put your predictions, what you think of the other games are going to finish as. That'd be interesting to hear. If Northern Ireland get a result against Italy, then that'll be a big shock. Because you expect Italy to win that. Come on, Scotland.
43 goals in this calendar
Go on.
year,
Go on. Go on. Oh, you absolute fish.
Edging up towards some of the big hitters. I think Germany got 36. And they finished their campaign last night.
The only other goal in qualifying is by Austria. So far I've not seen out. So if you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button to get to like, subscribe if you are new. Okay. What year is it? What year is it? Yeah, because there's all different years for different PCs. Like, if it's a 2015 version, you got a 2012 version. There's all different versions of computers these days.
Certainly Bellingham feeling his ankle there, a whack.
Because usually they'll put it in the information. Because usually they might have different versions of it, so you might have the 2016 version of the same one, and we might have a 2015 version which might have different stuff. There's all different versions.
Chased by Bellingham. Tomasini gives it away. This is Maguire. England have raced into a 2-goal lead. They raced into a lead on Friday night as well against Albania, and then slowed after.
Guys, put down your questions. Still England 2, San Marino 0, and Scotland 0, Denmark 0. Still no other goals in qualifying yet.
They're holding a quite decent line. There's not that much space behind. Bellingham's in. Find him and almost did. Tied up by Golanucci. If the defence gets that line right, then they can afford to put a bit of pressure on the ball from midfield, and knowing that the ball's not going to go behind them, there's not that space. We've got to try and find a
so let's see how it goes.
Those little inside channels. Hirsch over on the far side, being tracked by Smith Rowe. Okay, a little bit deeper than we've seen him in the immediate past. He actually spent a lot of time as the centre forward on Friday night, which is not where we've seen him over the course of the other qualifiers this autumn.
Oh, because I don't know if it's exactly the same as mine. Oh, because mine's a 2015 version.
Finding Saka. England have got 4 in the attack. Dancing his way through, still holding on to the ball, but then couldn't feed Phillips, who's just a little bit tame with his touch.
Ah, okay. Oh, Scotland have had a chance, but just couldn't get on target.
You wouldn't normally see Kane on the ball that much, checking onto his left, onto his right, because the better players put a tackle in and put him under pressure, but just standing in front of him is not enough pressure for him to release the ball, and in the end he just gave it away. But you're in false positions playing this level of opposition. And now Smith Rowe trying to charge towards Dario. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. Foden. Looking to steer the ball towards the edge of the 18-yard box. That's good from England. Bit of space from Harry Maguire.
Ah, yours is smaller than mine in like memory as well. I'm just checking how big my memory is. It's 8 gigabytes. It's quite a big map. This is. I didn't think it was that much.
Well, look how much space he's got.
Yeah, so it's.
He sees it again. He probably could have chested it down.
Yes.
Put it into the empty net.
Yeah.
It's not far wide. Just come.
Mum got me like the biggest like gigabyte you can get just because of me doing YouTube and stuff.
You look at his hand. It's certainly.
Go on.
Oh!
How is that?
The VAR is Slavko Vincic. And I think that penalty check.
Yeah, I know. For someone like you, it's enough. But I'm saying, I was saying if it was someone like me getting it, it wouldn't be enough. I'm just saying for myself, it wouldn't be enough.
That is a penalty, isn't it? He's trying to pull his hand down, but why it's over his head? Well, it can't be appealing.
Oh, I'm just looking at what it.
Does he get a touch on it? Well, he does. His hand's definitely in an unnatural position or outside.
Wow, it looks like a potential penalty for England.
The referee hasn't blown his whistle.
The referee's looking at VAR. Looks like we could be having a penalty, folks.
Well, by the letter of the law, he's probably got to give a penalty here. He is.
Get in! Get in! No, he's going. No, he's going to the VAR box.
Over to the monitor, which is in front of the England supporters.
He's going to the. He's going to the monitor.
I think it will take him only a few seconds to look at.
Actually, looks decent.
The body position of the defender, Dante Rossi. If there's a time.
Ah, the computer that you've got is completely different. That's why it's completely different to mine. Because yours is the HB computer, mine's a Mac. It's completely different. I've just noticed it now because I've just seen the logo.
Behind him, whether he should be marking Foden, just comes off the end of Foden's toe. Is there a chance that
Yeah, because I think that's actually.
Well, certainly. How many times has he looked
And
at
it's
the referee?
Yeah.
He's going to give it. Penalty
Yeah,
to
it's
England.
penalty to England, and
For handball
one,
against
it's not,
Dante Rossi.
and one, it's not going to be as expensive as a Mac. And yeah, and also it's going to be not as expensive as a Mac.
Third goal inside half an hour. And Harry Kane.
It's like it's something like my mum always says. If you get lucky with Macs, if you find a decent good one at a decent price, and they don't come as often. And my mum said I just got lucky.
Which could put him into the history books.
I like it. Yeah, after I've done all this and everything, I can go and show my mum that. My mum can say what she thinks. My mum and dad know their computers quite well because they helped me out with getting this one.
Jointly with Dixie Dean and George Hilston, the former Chelsea striker from 1908.
Yeah, here we go. Harry Kane, 3-0, game over. Is it gonna be? He fucking nearly broke the net. Harry Kane, 3-0 England, game over, done.
13 for Harry Kane in 21. And it's unlucky for San Marino's number one. Well, he very rarely lets
now I can tell why it's different because mine doesn't have windows on and this one has windows on.
9 times out of 10, they dive out of the way.
Yeah, that's the difference. That's why I can tell it's different because mine doesn't do windows.
Based on the fact
but it looks decent.
Out of form, he's not done bad for England, has he?
You just might.
Well, the way he's going at the moment, he's going to have more records than HMV.
Yeah. Yeah. You might have to fight. You might have to get yourself a table to place it on.
Let's give it away. Fabry straight to Smith Rowe. England hungry for more.
That's what I mean.
It's Kane.
Oh, go on.
Foden again. He's in two minds over the acrobatic this time.
It's on top.
I think there was an offside.
It'll be exactly where mine is, right in the centre. But when it's on, it'll just go green or something like that, like mine does. You won't. When it's off, you don't know it's there.
Still trying to work out what Rossi was doing with his hand up in the air like that. As you said, he's pulling it down, but he's still in an unnatural position. Yeah, that's the same with Max. Exactly the same. The only time you'll know on,
I think what you're saying for that computer in this one is it's just when it might be on, it might actually just shine to let you know it's on, because it then lets you know it's working. That lets me know it's on when it's on green.
Official supporters, because there are some behind the
it's good.
Left and right.
Yeah. Even though you said it's light, you still might you might have a table free that you can like place on, so you literally have somewhere that if you want to go and use it, you got somewhere to use it.
Attacking in the first half.
Like
fortuitously placed hill.
Yeah.
There is a gaggle of about 150.
Or if you can do what I've done, get yourself a desk.
No set-up cap.
Yeah, because this is good because it's good size and it's good storage. Because it means underneath I can put some bags underneath. And I've also got my lights as well, so when it's dark I can put lights on here to light up the room. I think it's alright, my mum and dad have had HP laptops before, and it just says they're a lot more better now than they were back then, because technology's got better.
And we do think that there might have been a little bit of bad language that has bled through on our effects mics here.
Because I always recommend to people, if you're getting a computer, everyone I know always recommends Macs, because they're always the best for quality, but whatever you can afford.
Foden.
Just,
Almost got there. Well, Foden is so good
yeah,
at that ball.
that,
Cuts inside
yeah.
the ball,
It's just for if it's someone wanting to do what I'm doing, then this is the best option, because it's got like more storage on for people that want to do what I'm doing, like media and stuff. So it's good for that thing. But if you just want to choose a computer just for normal stuff, and I think yours is the better for that, because it's got not as much. And nice.
This is Nani. Fighting for it, trying to win a battle, and that's what these players have been asked to do. Franco Varela, who is the head coach of San Marino, trying to redefine yesterday what winning actually means for San Marino in this context. He said it doesn't necessarily mean winning the game. Winning for them could be winning a tackle, winning an individual battle, winning a 1v1 fight, stealing the ball in the other half of the field. Because that means that if they're doing that, they're getting better all over the pitch, and then they'll get closer to an actual win.
Yeah. 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 Go on. Yes. Oh. It was a very shit goal, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Harry Kane, 4-0.
Irrepressible for England at the moment.
Because most YouTubers that I watch all have this very similar computers to what I have, because they're saying
and he's close to it now. Well, that's what the lesser players struggle with, staying with runners. The ball goes inside, and Smith Rowe just carries on his run down that left-hand side. No one goes with him. It's a scruffy finish, but he won't mind. Gets in front of Rossi, the defender. Just.
Yeah, it's the same with mine. I've got it in the webcam. You wouldn't even know where it is.
That side in the first half has been the key for England.
Yeah.
Saka, Smith Rowe. He'll be well pleased.
Yeah.
Certainly happier inside than he looks on the outside. Gareth Southgate, you would have thought, and it's pretty impressive down that left side with Saka and Emil Smith Rowe. Those two players that have come from Arsenal.
And also due to the fact that the ones that you're originally looking at were similar to mine are that expensive.
First time in quite a while, I think it's about 7 years. That's going to be pleasing.
Match another roundabout, swings, roundabouts.
Absolutely, and I think they deserve it. I think that the two key players, right, he was talking about before the game and carrying the team.
Because Mac computers are nearly worth £1,000.
It's an opportunity for Nani, and Ramsdale has to make a save. Well, he didn't have to think too much about it, Nani, but he drew a save from Ramsdale, who had to be down smartly. Well, I didn't think he'd have a save to make today, and the deflection just takes it to his
San Marino have had a shot. Wow.
The ball come towards him, and he's scrambling. It's a decent save. It's one he should make, obviously. He's dirtied his gloves. I didn't think he would do that. Colanucci. Away by Ramsdale this time.
Austria are 2-0 up against Moldova, and Israel 1-0 against Faroe Islands.
Has had a promising start to his Arsenal career, Aaron Ramsdale. He's had the second highest save percentage. A little bit of a... Now he goes down playing. I think it's Mings who grabs hold of him.
Go on, Scotland! Ah, best chance of the game. I didn't do a score for Scotland.
As he attempted to come out as well. The referee didn't see any reason to halt the game or review the incident, so we go on. A lot is made side of the uncompetitive nature of San Marino. They've never won a competitive game, but it is an area the size of Rochdale, with a population similar in size to somewhere like Whitstable or Glossop. It's not very big.
Glossop? Glossop's in Derbyshire. I remember that place. Been there a few times. Go on, Scotland.
Populated today, like the cobbled streets in the old town up around the
Go on, header! Ah! Oh. Denmark are defending really well, but Scotland are going at it.
We are only an hour and a half from Florence.
Oh, here comes McGinn. Ball's crossing. Oh, corner. Corner Scotland. 0-0.
On the ankles by Battistini. On ML Smith Rowe.
This is one of his strengths, just change the direction really quickly out of his feet. Ride the tackle. That's the little tug on the back of Nani. I don't think it is a foul.
Oh, why did you do it on the ground, McGinn?
Saka. Sliding in Tyrone Mings. On to Kane, looking for the hat-trick.
Come on, Scotland.
Foden keeps it moving. Bellingham made himself a bit of a nuisance.
Come on.
Back to Foden once again. They're all
Do something. Do something. The ball's crossed in.
The
Header. Going everywhere. It's a goal. Oh, it's incredible. Oh, it's incredible.
Bellingham.
Scotland have scored. Oh my word, you weren't expecting this today, folks. John Suter has just scored. Scotland are beating Denmark. Didn't expect that. Good header as well.
Smith Rowe, space to run into. Finds Bellingham.
Denmark's defending was a bit. Denmark's defending was shoddy, and he let John Suter have a free header.
Still England trying to force their way through.
So many bodies.
This means if it stays like this, Scotland will be seeded in the draw for the playoffs. Harry Kane's that good. Go on. Go on. Go on.
Options queuing up in the centre, still going. Just about keeping his balance and keeping it in play. Kane with a header, claims for a handball. Referee's going to give another penalty.
Penalty to England. Wow. Another penalty to England.
Is the latest.
Another penalty to England.
Give away a penalty and get a yellow card in the process.
I don't see when they give him the penalty for. Oh, he had his hands up. Here comes Denmark.
Referee.
Oh, get it out. Corner to Denmark. Denmark are coming at Scotland now.
Play on that left-hand side. Is this another record for Kane? Or?
Well, he's hoping to become the first England player since Tommy Taylor in 1956-57 to score hat-tricks in consecutive caps. He'd also become the first to score a hat-trick in successive England internationals since Dixie Dean in 1927.
Right, he's sweating a bit about the
Dixie Dean, what a name. How are England? How was Scotland beating Denmark with Lee and Cooper at the back?
For England in the first half. This for a Kane hat-trick.
That just beggars my belief.
Referee just keeping the players outside the penalty area and delaying Kane taking the penalty kick.
Go on, Kane.
Don't think he'll go down the middle this time.
He might go down the middle, you never know, Lee Dixon.
Benedettini will remember that he went straight down the middle of the goal the last time he faced a penalty from Harry Kane. Top corner this time.
Yeah. 5-0 England, Harry Kane. Harry Kane hat-trick.
In 2 games. He is unstoppable.
Wow.
The goal scorer for Israel is
of
Oh, it's the
chances
guy I
there.
hate. Oh, no.
Not only the height, but the power he hits it.
Wait, it's not Sir Harvey, it's
Two
Muniz
first
de Boer.
hat tricks in 2 matches for Harry Kane. No wonder he wanted to start.
I don't like Muniz de Boer and I don't like Sir Harvey. Because they always score against Scotland and I hate those
I mean,
two.
it's a sensational return, really, isn't it? Over the course of a calendar year.
Yeah.
It's still Italy 0, Northern Ireland 0.
Well, there's no doubt
Now
about
that's a
that.
shock.
The supposed move away from Tottenham is obviously high profile. But it's goals for England.
And Hungary are beating Poland. Hungary are beating Poland.
Dario has just been booked. Elsewhere tonight, Scotland have just scored. John Suter against Denmark. We'll have highlights, by the way, of all
That
of the games
will be a
tonight.
definite
The best
shock.
of the action from around Europe on ITV this evening. On STV. Scotland can't qualify outright to go through to the World Cup in 2022. They will be involved in the playoffs, though.
It's funny, Harry Kane's not dropping into midfield tonight again, is he?
I think he was pretty sure he would get a goal tonight. He did score here on his last visit back in 2015, a 5-0 victory in what was not a very inspiring game. But he also scored a hat-trick here for the 21s 8 years ago. And he's
Come
gonna
on,
have a hat-trick
England.
tonight. Here is Kane again, looking for a fall. Still Harry Kane.
Oh, this guy's a joke. This guy's a joke.
And the record
This guy's a
is
joke.
goal.
Harry Kane, you are a joke. You are a joke.
42 minutes of this World Cup qualifier for England. He becomes the first England player to score 4 goals in a game since Ian Wright in 1993, funnily enough, against San Marino.
Well, he's going to get chances.
And
with
funnily
his
enough,
shot,
and weirdly enough, it was for he'd beaten the record set by Ian Wright, funnily enough, against San Marino.
that's one thing that will never leave him. He's finishing. Always knows where the
So he broke a record, bitch, a record.
And if Gareth keeps him on in the second half, he could get double.
Yeah, but what makes it funny, the record he's just broken was a record that was originally broken against a team that we are playing. So it makes it a little bit more funny in that case than that one. Come on, get to half time, Scotland.
Well, prior to the match, we went downstairs to get a drink, and the young lady behind the bar asked us what we thought the score predictions would be. You were quite conservative with your 4.
With your four, and now it's 6.
I said 8, and I think she was going to refuse to serve me. But certainly England are getting into northern territory now, aren't they? Harry Kane has taken England to...
Harry Kane is a
6 goals
joke.
on the night, 6 in the first half, which is pretty impressive. And he's now level with Gary Lineker in the all-time England goal-scoring list on 48.
That's going to be. That's a legend. That is definitely a legend to be proud of. To be level with Gary Lineker. He's scored a lot of goals for England. Yeah. Gary Lineker was the last player at any tournament for England to get player of the tournament.
Again against San Marino when England scored 7 goals. Do you enjoy playing in these matches? Is it difficult to keep your concentration as the score keeps going up?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was the first one to do it since Gary Lineker in the World Cup of 1990.
Just watching Righty smiling every 5 minutes. Every time a goal went in.
And I like Gary Lineker.
Seconds, I have to say.
I bet there'll be a message coming out from him saying congratulations being level with me at the all-time goal scoring thing, because that's what all players do, because he deserves it. But people that are non-English are going to say you're only playing San Marino, but you take as many
for 90 minutes just to get anything out of it at international level.
Yeah.
Very rarely come across a side.
Oh,
this easy to play against.
Yeah.
So of course you enjoy it. You still have to concentrate and do the right things, but in general.
I wouldn't just say Rooney. I would say someone for England. I'll put Rooney up there, but I also put Michael Owen, and you got Alan Shearer. So you got a big long bracket, but there hasn't been anyone since like Denver been in the game.
They do only have 6 outfield options.
Yeah, since basically the best England team we ever had. Even I'll accept how good it is. Except we all won't like him when he plays for Spurs, but we all give him a bit of respect when he plays for England, because you've got to respect every player that plays for your country, despite of the club they play for. Yeah, but the only people that will not. Yeah, the only people that won't like him will be anyone who supports Arsenal.
Now it's with Maguire.
I'm not a big. Yeah.
Phillips went in for a challenge. He says it took a little deflection on the
but when
way through, but
yeah,
Saka's got it anyway.
Yeah, I would back anyone if they play for England.
Fabry with the header away.
There you go. Half time. Scotland 1, Denmark 0. Have that. Have that.
Harry Kane will be happy to have a rest now.
No. That's something that I wasn't. That is something I wasn't expecting. I was expecting Denmark to be winning.
It's been one-way traffic from the very start. Who has lost that first goal, by the way. It's now been credited to Fabry as an own goal. Maguire got the opening goal, and 4 from Kane in quick succession. And those England fans that have squeezed into the restaurants here will be pretty pleased. Here's Saka. Lining up a goal.
Oh, why did you hit it wide and mighty?
Just getting underneath it.
Yeah, he's been a live wire on that left-hand side. Wrong decision there, but queuing up in the box.
Yeah. Swaz.
Well, England came here expecting to score a lot
half
of goals.
time.
They have done just
Half time. England 6, San Marino 0. Time to actually do some more polls. Time to do some more polls in the chat. Hello, Robbie Spence. Scotland 1-0. Come on, that's what we want. And also in respect, England 6-0, but we already knew it. If any of you guys support England, welcome. If you support Scotland, welcome. If you support Denmark, welcome. San Marino, welcome. And if there's any arguments, any bad blood happening, that not welcome here, you're out. So let's get the polls. I've got 2 polls to make. Hello. Oh, hello. I'm sorry for the outburst earlier in October. That's all. That's. Oh, hey, Riley's back. He just said he said to me he apologises for the outburst last month. I'm very grateful. No, the only reason he's apologising to me because it's saying it's like he ruined the streams and everything because of that. And I said, it's like we did, but bygones will be bygones. We go past that and we get on with life. Sure. But how are you anyway? Oh, sorry about that. Because of, yeah, because what was the, yeah, I realised that. The only difference, why it continued because Scotland game finished, but England was still going. That's why I continued the clock. Then it stops when all games are finished. Hi, hope you get. Thank you very much, Jamie. But hi, hope you get big. I didn't want to answer the question, the sensitive answer that I don't feel to answer. Do you understand that that is my choice? Fair enough. Fair enough. We don't want to get into it now. We're not going to start it again. We'll leave it there and get on with this. Enjoy the stream and get on with the rest of the footballing season. No, but I'm being, but I'm being correct. No, but I'm being correct. Let's get on with it. Let's leave that and just focus on the games tonight, and then focus on Chelsea on Saturday. Because I will be doing Chelsea versus Leicester. What? Um, I put a poll in there. If you answer that quickly, I'm gonna give about a few minutes for that one. I'm gonna give a few minutes for this one. Hi Jay. I put hi Jamie. How are you? Always six in the click for England. This is a big potential difference for England. It can be. Who do you support? Let's go on. You should know it's 6-0 and it's 1-0 Scotland against Denmark. Who do you support? I will say Chelsea is who I support, the main team. Always and always will be. But how is everyone? I'm going to give this a few more minutes because I can only do one poll at a time, unfortunately. I can't do another one, so you only get a few minutes to do this one, and then we'll then have a few minutes doing the other one. I'm going to give you about another minute to vote on this poll. And then we'll do another one for Scotland versus Denmark. 4 goals for Kane, absolutely big. Yeah, but it's San Marino at the end of the day, folks. If you haven't voted on this poll, then that's not my problem. I've given you a few minutes because I want to get all these in at half time, so. And there's. Ooh. Why? Wow. He's now putting a question on hold. He said, like, destroy the described button, press the ding dong bell for a notification, highlight the bell in fully black for all notifications. That's a bit wrong. That is well, I think that's a bit wrong. It put highlight the bell in fully black for all notifications. Oh, you can. If you click on it, it all goes black, but you got to put it in better context because people can slightly be offended by it, so you got to be careful with what words you use. So I'm going to hide that, sorry, just because of I don't want anyone coming on this stream and being offended. So I'm not taking any risks. I'm not getting into trouble just because someone said something wrong by accident. How's your day? My day's been fine. Being to Portsmouth today with a mate, so. There we go. Here's another poll for you guys to vote on what you think of Scotland's first half performance versus Denmark. Thank you very much for the 2 likes. I really appreciate that. There's some good news already. 27 minutes ago, Harvey Elliott has resumed light training for Liverpool. There's some good news. That he's back doing light training for Liverpool. That's actually quite quick, being back from a serious injury. Opinions on Manchester United, I am not going to answer that. That is a question I'm refusing to ask. Because my opinion is I don't want to really say anything because I do not want to make it worse because I might anger a few people. And I want to just we're focusing on internationals. So if it was a league, yeah, I've asked a question on a team that I'm not really bothered about. So it's just me. I'm sorry about it, but I just want to answer at this moment in time. I'm focusing on England, focusing on Scotland. If you ask questions which are relevant, and my eyes at the moment ain't relevant. No, it just not really. It just put opinions on my head. It didn't really put up, and I just don't want to answer it. It's my decision if I want to answer stuff or not. just because I'm a Man United fan. Yeah, that's fine. It's just it's just all I'm saying. I've had issues with Man United fans in the past because I've said stuff. So that's why I'm not saying anything, because I've had issues before on streams in the past. So that's why. It's just because I've had stuff in the past, but it's all because of what I've said. It's caused massive arguments. But that's just, I just don't want to say it, just to make it a bit easier, because I don't want to cause a scene. But hopefully, oh, now I can't answer this one. And this is, people might think this might be unfair, but it's because it's a team that I actually support, so I have the right to answer this. I can, because I can. You got to understand that I'm going to be biased when it comes to Chelsea. Chelsea get priority on this channel because they're the team that I focus on the most. Your thoughts about Chelsea still being top of the. Swinging ifs and buts, because lose one game could end up being different. You don't know. But really, we should have beaten Burnley, and that's not much to say. Make it a quick answer. Get ready for the second half. They're getting underway. So, Scotland 45 minutes away from a very, very shock result against Denmark. England are 6-0 up against San Marino. And hopefully England can get some more goals and maybe get double figures. Oh, they are bringing on Tammy Abraham. And they're bringing on Chile. Way! Get in there. And Conor Gallagher's just come on. Here we go. Go on, Scotland. Let's hope England can get a few more goals in this game and Scotland can hold on. Or maybe get a second in their game against Denmark. But at the moment, that game was on Sunday. Oh, anyway, Chelsea women's won away. Yeah, we already know 4-0. We already knew all about that. So,
Foden, Maguire and Phillips are the players that have gone off for England. And Hirsch, Tomasini and Daddario are off for San Marino, to replace by Sensoni, who sit in midfield, and Alessandro Golinucci. He will join his brother in the centre of midfield.
Yeah, England sort of switched to a 4-2-4.
so it looks like now England are heading to Qatar in 2022 with an absolute easy romp of San Marino.
Smith Rowe. Away by centre back Fabry, and early touch of the ball. Gareth Southgate saying he was delighted that he was able to make the phone call to Conor Gallagher. He says he has to make quite a few bad phone calls during his reign as the England manager, but to pick the phone up to Smith Rowe and to Conor Gallagher this week and to hear their reaction, it's one of those nice phone calls to make. Conor Cody said that he went over to him at breakfast on the first morning and said, that goal that you scored against my team last week, by the way, was an own goal. It came off me last. Gallagher's been in great form for Crystal Palace.
So guys, put question in the chat that are relevant
He's gone out to the right
and everything, and we can have a good
second half
conversation.
today.
Oh, Denmark nearly scored. Unlucky. Well, was it?
Smith Rowe. Now Bellingham. Chilwell. Smith Rowe.
Oh,
looking
and
for
it's
Abraham.
England offside.
Bit of pushing from Tammy Abraham. The
If
Roman
you guys
champion.
like the stream, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new.
Smith Rowe, 1 4 out of his feet and in. Not sure what he's given there, whether he's given a little, a little push from Tammy Abraham.
Well done, Gilmore.
As the boys were talking in the studio about keeping your standards up, keeping the ball moving quickly, out your feet, 2-touch. Otherwise the game, just really the tempo of the game dies down, and it's, as Roy said, a long 45 minutes. 3 substitutions look like they've not allowing that to happen. Good pace for this England second half.
Saka. Alexander-Arnold wants to make his mark as well tonight.
So guys, if you're enjoying this, let me know what, if you guys are watching the England game, if you're watching the Scotland game, what your thoughts are and everything. And I'm gonna end one of the last. Oh,
Turn it over again. This is Harry Kane. Now Saka. Abraham waiting in the centre.
about 50% could be better. 50% of surprising. It is surprising. You didn't expect it's going to be 1-0 against Denmark. It's a surprise one, but we'll wait and see. If it ends positively, we can be happy with the result. But whatever happens.
Chilwell. Kane again.
So far, so good. Still 6-0 England and still 1-0 Scotland.
Smith Rowe's made a dart into the inside left position, but Bellingham has declined the invitation to give it to him. This is Conor Cody. England have never conceded a goal when Conor Cody has been involved in a game.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream.
Good record to have. Alexander-Arnold. Saka. This is Bellingham. Saka again, and back to Emil Smith Rowe. Some space for Ben Chilwell. They're queuing up in the centre, England. He's got all the time in the world to pick out Bellingham, and then Smith Rowe trying to dink it. Just not powerful enough to cause Elia Benedettini any real issues.
I thought Chilwell was going to go far post there, a little dink, but he chose the cut back again.
England are playing really well, but what do you expect? They are 6-0 up.
Benedettini Benedictini's uncle was the goalkeeper when England scored 8.
Also noticed that the coach that England arrived in tonight was a Benedictini coach as well. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the transport.
And the Cousins on the bench as well.
Have you forgotten to type in second half to the stream? No.
He's also a goalkeeper.
It's just the fact is the way that it is. I've had to put Scotland, Denmark in scoring instead.
They don't have much to cheer about, to be fair, do they?
So that's why.
So much as picked up a
But it would
point in
just
World
be
Cup qualifying for
too
20
hectic
years.
over there and it wouldn't be able to fit in.
But there is a small band of hearty supporters who call themselves the Brigade That Never Has Joy. And they're not all San Marino residents either. Some of them are German, some of them are Italians. There's other Europeans that sort of adopted them because I felt sorry for them really. It didn't feel as if they were getting enough vocal support. Here's Abraham. Just ran into traffic. That's found Trent Alexander-Arnold. Kane. It's cleared away. This is Vitioli.
Come on, England.
Supporters got together about 9 years ago. I mean, you wouldn't really think there's many people in the world that want to volunteer to be a San Marino fan, would you? Glutton for punishment. But then again, aren't all football fans?
So Denmark in the second half against Scotland.
There's a yellow card for the captain.
He just loses control a little bit. He sees his opportunity, straight in with that left foot. Oh, it hurt a bit. Just the tempo's just dropped off a bit in the last 5 minutes or so.
Gallagher's had a few good, solid early touches at the ball since coming on as a half-time substitute.
So, guys, hit the thumbs up button. The more eyes we get on this stream, the more it gets shown around on YouTube algorithm and everything.
Working under Patrick Vieira and thriving under Patrick Vieira. Tyreek Mitchell in the Crystal Palace lineup has made more tackles than him. He creates a lot of chances too. He can sort of do everything really.
Oh, corner of Scotland.
Kane.
What was that goal kick?
Has set up Abraham. Who's
How have you missed, Tammy? How have you missed?
Golden chance for number 7.
Well, it's a good ball. It's a good run into the space. No one went with him. He just got played onside by both fullbacks.
I could have scored that with my eyes closed.
It's just too much. He was on as well. He should be doing better. Position.
On his face that
Yeah.
he knows he should have had another England goal, the second of the season. Scored in Andorra in the last international break.
Yeah.
He's top scorer in each of the last 2 seasons with 18 and 12 goals respectively. Does appear to have edged ahead of Ings, who's fallen out of the England reckoning, and Ollie Watkins.
Oh,
Chilwell. For Abraham again. Kane. By Fabric.
England are just passing the ball around at the moment.
England have had 76% possession in the game. 17 attempts on goal, 8 on target.
Here comes England.
Saka looking for Abraham. Nice touch.
Oh, it's 7-0. Tammy Abraham sets up Emil Smith-Rowe, 7-0.
First England goal for Arsenal's Emil Smith-Rowe.
Debut goal for Emil Smith-Rowe. Get in.
It will not be the last.
Well, Tammy Abraham has just missed one. But the intelligence, the know-how, the vision, just to know that Smith-Rowe's making that run behind him. It's a great ball out to Saka. Trent Alexander-Arnold makes the run, takes the player with him. That little touch there just sets up the goal. Now we love to see a run from midfield. He's a proper finisher as well. Gets so many goals in and around the 6-yard box.
It's a great start to the season with Arsenal. Scored the last weekend against Watford for them. And he's off the mark for his country.
Yeah, that is right. 7-7.
A little smirk about entering the fray. That smile's a lot wider now.
It could be.
It's worth giving up the chocolate bars, wasn't it?
Great credit as well to Gareth Southgate. As we said, we talked about the pathway created for the younger players to come into this England team and feel at home. He was a little bit cautious about how he would cope with being in the England setup. Quite right.
Maidstone.
For a young player just to join up takes a lot of energy because you go into training, everybody else is used to it. You as a
Scotland
deputy
corner.
going to training,
Oh,
you're
go on.
flat out. You
Put
want
it in the
to
box.
impress.
Put it in the box, you bunch of fish.
Sometimes can just drain the energy banks, but it looks like he's really enjoying it.
Even Pontefract can beat these shite.
It is the first time that England have scored 7 since they've
Or is that taking it too far?
1000th game in October 2000.
You think they wouldn't beat him? No about San Marino.
Was here in March 2013.
Probably depending on what, depending.
Absolutely. And you look down at the bench, 4 defenders, 2 goalkeepers, 1 forward, midfield player.
Ooh!
So this lot are probably going to stay on the pitch. Good news for Harry Kane.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. It's Scotland 1, Denmark 0 and San Marino 0, England 7.
The game on Friday night, especially in that first 45 minutes, and how they took the game away from Albania. The second half was always going to be a bit of a non-event because they've got themselves so far ahead. They've been at it again tonight.
Please don't be a boring second half again.
Over the last couple of days, they wanted to come here.
I got bored on Friday's game because the second half was boring.
They've scored more goals now than I think almost everybody in European qualifying. This takes them level, I think, with Germany, who are the top scorers going into this final round of matches.
See James getting ready to come on, and
Okay, Reece James is coming on. Whoa!
Body language is not great. It's been a difficult evening. He looks like he's just tried a little bit too hard. His passing has not been quite right.
Oh,
Possession a couple of times.
fuck that! That guy is not. That's not England captain material.
All the speculation about whether he should be in the team or not.
What are you on about now? Yes.
What you hope is that he's not injured. Certainly Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp will be hoping
What?
that is the case. Well, it's not the case. place, but he's not even going to be the one that's coming off. It's going to be Harry Kane.
What's wrong with Connor Cody?
By Gareth Southgate. And Reece James is going to enter the fray. And the captain's armband is going to go to Connor Cody.
Yeah, Connor Cody's captain material.
Well, I think it's been a successful night for Harry Kane. Big smile on his
Harry
face.
Kane's going off and Reece James is coming on.
Absolutely. His finishing, his quality's been there.
Surprised he's still walking after that clattering in. Oh, scored in the post! Oh. After that clatter with John Stones.
For a brief period earlier in the season against Andorra.
Yeah, Bellingham just moving over to the right hand side. Gallagher on this left hand side.
Shaw is supposed to be playing as a left back. He's very much playing as the number 10 at the moment. He's been getting forward a lot for his club side and for England when he's been called upon. He was very good on Friday night. England have another corner. It was a good piece with Gabriel before the game, wasn't it? Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, it was.
Looking into his role under Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, really.
Ah, Jay Adams, why did not go for it?
He's got work to do with his game, he knows that. But he's super talented and one that can't be ignored.
England looking for an 8th goal. Rossi was away with a header. Chilwell looking for Conor Gallagher.
Oh, nearly a goal for Gallagher. That'd be amazing if he was a score.
Well, he knows it as well. He won't get a better chance. Times he's run to perfection. Just opens himself.
Yeah.
Thinks he can just slide it down the side of the keeper.
Chilwell's nicked it. Onto Abraham. Just got it caught under his feet a little bit. Rossi bringing it clear.
Fuck no! I don't want Scotland to more or less get. Wow.
Ends up getting the ball away rather simply.
Because at the moment they can't beat a Northern Ireland team.
Just ran out of steam with his legs. He was away. Got the ball put into space,
but if Italy score one goal, it then changes everything.
Here's the latest from the European qualifiers. Switzerland are leading their game by 2-0. Italy are struggling against Northern Ireland. As it stands right now, Italy, because they're drawing 0-0, are heading into the playoffs, and Switzerland are going to the World Cup in their place. It sounds like a fascinating story. It will all unfold on the World Cup highlight show a little bit later on ITV. Bring you all the goals, all the lack of them, from the games that really matter around Europe tonight.
Well defended.
An Italian city if they don't go through to the World Cup.
Well blocked.
Unfortunately, I think we're flying from one tomorrow. There's FA Cup to come tomorrow as well. Solihull Moors in action.
Ooh, Solihull Moors against Wigan tomorrow.
They take on Wigan tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, ITV4. Abraham chasing Benedettini very quickly out.
Do you mean Connor Cody shite?
San Marino pushing players up from the back, including Fabry, who's just gone trotting towards the edge of the box. Colanucci's delivery, flicked on by Nani. There is Fabry. Away by Mings. Colanucci with an effort. And well wide. Now you can imagine that Cody and Mings definitely don't want to be the England defenders that end up conceding a goal to San Marino.
Absolutely. Certainly Ramsdale doesn't want to be involved in that either.
As England fans certainly have enjoyed their time in the Marlborough State. We did actually find an English pub earlier today. It was closed. Yeah. It's a bit of a waste really for them. Here's Gallagher.
Oh, that's a foul, ref. That's a foul.
And it's a yellow card. And a second yellow card.
And he's off. Bye-bye, Rossi. Bye-bye, you shithouse. You shithouse. You know he was going to go through and score, so you took him out. What a shithouse. Don't think Carlos Rossi. You are a disgrace to your nation.
The referee's got no option. Second yellow card. He's just put his arm across him. He's also caught him with his ankle. Great little turn. Just looks like he's going to control it and then lets it run. And it's just there, the back of the ankle. Just outside the box.
Franco Varela said yesterday that England had the potential to score 20 times today.
England had the potential to score 20 times. That's like taking it a bit too far.
Learn from England and play better football. But going down to 10 men is certainly not going to make things any easier. Dante Rossi is dismissed. And England have a chance to add to their already considerable goal tally. It's been a long time since they scored directly from a free kick.
Trent! Oh, it's a goal! It's a goal!
And it was far too simple.
Tyrone Mings scored 8-0.
Tyrone Mings with his first England goal.
You never thought you'd be seeing him score a goal for England.
Well, we knew the quality that Trent Alexander-Arnold's got. It seemed to be a little bit behind him. It was. It's a really good header. Gets ahead of it and then just waits. And just guides it into that far corner. Pace on the ball did the job. And this could be double figures.
Now, San Marino have conceded 10 goals on 3 occasions in World Cup qualifying. In their first ever game in Oslo in September 1992, the first ever World Cup qualifying game. 10-1 they lost to Belgium in Brussels in February 2001. And 10-0 to Poland in September 2019. I mean, even their record scoreline, their record defeat, 13-0, which they suffered at the hands of Germany here in September 2006, might be being eyed up by England. There's still 20 minutes to go.
Here comes England again.
Smith Rowe.
Oh, ball's crossed.
Towards Abraham.
Oh.
Comes from Fabry.
Here comes England again.
James. Bellingham. Looking for Abraham.
Go on.
Comes through
Oh, it's at the post.
Down.
Oh, I was Gallagher not scored that.
With Trent Alexander-Arnold.
It's Bellingham, yeah! It's 9 of the best, and Judah scored.
The second youngest scorer behind Wayne Rooney. And the year that England score more goals than ever before ends in yet another goal glut.
Well, Conor Gallagher's so close again. He gets down on his haunches. Bellingham just follows in. One touch, straight through the goalkeeper. A lovely strike. San Marino players still complaining to the referee. I'm not sure what about. There's a player down injured, but what a strike that is. The keeper almost tried to dive out of the way of it.
There is a goal check going on, a VAR check going on, which will be of concern to Jude Bellingham.
He's having a look.
And he's going over to the monitor now just to check.
Graham just goes to try and back flick it.
Yeah.
Catches
Lunadai.
Lunadai. Looks like it's an accident. I mean, that's not foul to me.
Well, Jude Bellingham does not get his first England goal, and I must admit, that is
Yeah,
particularly hard.
8-0 England goal ruled out for a foul, which is not a foul.
Is it?
No, it's not. He's booked him as well. I mean, what?
It,
And that's a pretty
it wasn't a foul. How was he expected to know that he wasn't supposed to do that? Gilmore has gone off the... Yeah, I agree with that.
So it's only 8.
It's a strange decision.
Gilmore has gone off for Scotland and Kenny McLean has come on.
Another substitution for England, and
John Stones is coming.
And he's going to be taking the place of
John Stones is coming on and Emil Smith-Rowe is off. And that goal should never be ruled out.
The back heel, and he just follows through a little bit.
And also, that goal should never have been disallowed.
It's not even a free kick, let alone a yellow card.
And also, the shocking thing is, how are Scotland still winning with Liam Cooper at the back?
Grandaddy coming on to replace
Is it?
what is the injured Lunadai.
Liam Cooper in the middle of the park.
Randoni, who
Yeah.
match against England.
The guy who captained England. The guy who captained Scotland is Liam Cooper.
Work here tonight and go back to working in a car dealership in Italy tomorrow.
These Scotland players will definitely need an award with having Liam Cooper at the back and not conceding.
Bluetooth mode. Device paired.
Oh, right, when it does that.
The crossbar. It's just a goal kick.
Chilwell just putting a divot back. I mean, he caught a bobble just as he was trying to lift it into that far post there. He was just about to see here. Yeah, there it is. Massive piece of turf just before him.
England players have
Well, it doesn't look good for Scotland and it doesn't look good for Liverpool either.
seems to have enjoyed his first foray into senior
Robinson's
duty.
down injured.
He's played for the England age group teams for years. He's played 13 times for the under-21s. Was called across after the withdrawal of
Yep, so it looks like Robertson's going off because he's injured himself.
And Luke Shaw over the weekend.
So Liverpool are in trouble. Wow. Wow. What makes it even bad that Robinson can't even put pressure on his feet. Can't even put pressure on his leg. But he's able to walk but just can't put... He's literally going off limping, is Robbo. So it means that could mean he might not feature for Liverpool. And it's 9! And that means that England are 9-0 up and Robinson has just gone off England for Scotland.
And this time there will be no chalking off England's 9th goal.
Oh, it's a lovely ball in. The cushion on his knee. Just soft so it drops onto his foot. Great little ball in that. Just a little soft touch there just to set himself up. Defender can't get anything on it. Great little ball in that is. Right into the space, and there's the little touch. Double figures is still on.
We want 10. We want 10. We want 10. We want 10. We want 10.
Tammy Abraham, big smile on his face. Away to Roma. Done very well. Been told by Jose Mourinho that he needs to be a bit more of a monster if he wants to get success in Serie A when he comes up against defenders like Bonucci and Chiellini on a regular basis. And he's the only one who doesn't really have to travel too far back. Certainly a little bit closer to home than everybody else in the England camp.
Come on, England.
On to Alexander-Arnold.
Saka! It's 10!
England had 10.
Oxham!
It's been a 10 out of 10 performance.
Oh, the body language there of Alexander-Arnold. Smiling. This is what he can bring to a team. Superb quality on the ball, putting the ball in the danger.
You're going to have to do a lot more hard work, Trent, because your teammate in your defence is injured.
Just a little ding.
So it looks like he won't be playing with you on Saturday or Sunday, whatever you play, and it's against Arsenal, so Arsenal have got a bit of a helping hand.
Defence is all over the shot, but the quality of the ball in again is superb.
Well, I was just about to say prior to the delivery that went into the box and Saka snaffled it up in front of the goalkeeper. But the last time England had scored 9 was against Luxembourg in 1982. Well, it's the first time that they've scored 10 since they beat the USA in 1964.
You got stats for 11.
We won 11. We won 11. We won 11. We won 11.
In 1964.
Yeah.
Harry Kane has got 4 tonight.
Did he not like Tammy? Did he not like Tammy Abraham?
Goals for England. And it's a ruthless, relentless attacking display.
Why?
You can't help but think it ain't helping San Marino very much. And that debate that the boys were having at half-time is certainly going to be one that's going to be readied for tomorrow. Here's Abraham again.
Oh, he's
going to be denied by the referee's whistle.
Didn't look an awful lot in it to me. Just because he out-jumps him doesn't mean saves a foul. Again, it's another good ball in the box. He's asking the ref to look at VAR. Just look his position. They're holding on to each other there. It just gives him a little push. They've both got each other's arm, and then he just pulls him down. Defender loses it. I mean, makes the most of losing his balance. And he's unlucky again, I think.
Now scrolling through the records.
That get you scrambling.
I think it's Austria 11-1, the last time they scored 11. 1908.
Well, there's 8 minutes to go, so I keep scrolling if I were you.
I don't think England have ever scored this many goals in a competitive game. All the other times they've got to this sort of level has been in friendlies, so this will be a competitive record for England. Double figures.
That's a whole new chat whether this is a competitive game, but anyway.
Here's Gallagher.
We won 11. We won 11. We won 11.
It makes me laugh because they both got hold of each other's arm there, and one just pulls a bit stronger than the other.
Not clear and obvious error, so that's probably why it didn't get overturned, but also I think maybe the referee's trying to do his bit.
No, the referee ain't doing his bit. The referee doesn't like Tammy Abraham, that's why.
Not any East defenders. Chilwell.
Gareth was talking before the game about keeping your standards up, and England have done that. It's quite easy when you're scoring so many goals just to drop the pace a little bit, but it's been up and down, but in general England have done everything well.
Get the ball out here because Nicola Nani needs a little bit of treatment.
Why do you need treatment, San Marino? You've not even done anything.
There's Franco Varela. Sure, he wasn't envisaging 10-0, even though he made the joke about maybe conceding 20 tonight, but not the first England team to score 10 this season. Done so in international qualifiers recently, live on ITV. Did so against Latvia and Luxembourg, away from home. Those matches. And the men just wanted to get in on the action too.
Go on! Game over! Game over! Game over! Scotland have won! That's it! Done! Done! Jay Adams! Scotland are going to be seeded in the draw for the playoffs.
In the offing as well.
Whoever thought Scotland would be winning 2-0 against them? Jeez!
It's the perfect way to sign off what has been a brilliant year for England. 2021.
This is a shock result. One that I didn't even see coming. But what a finish from Che Adams.
Just casting my eyes over some of the other groups that are coming to their conclusion tonight. I can't see anybody else who's scored 39 goals. England have done that during this qualification period, which has taken place in this calendar year. England will be going to the World Cup by finishing one of the top teams in the groups across Europe, but Italy are struggling to do so. They're still 0-0 with Northern Ireland, and Switzerland are beating Bulgaria 3-0 in Group C. Highlights later on ITV. Roberto Mancini's side heading for the playoffs as things stand. James. Gallagher. Trying to forge another path forward. Well, there's still time. England's biggest ever victory is over Ireland in 1882, away from home, 13-0.
still got 3 minutes, but it might be worth just going to the goal.
Oh, nearly 3-0. Oh.
Harry Maguire getting things started. 15 minutes gone when Saka's effort deflected in off of Fabry. A penalty for Kane. Another goal for Kane. Another penalty and then another goal for Kane before half time. In the second half, Smith Rowe got his first ever England goal. Tyrone Mings with his first ever England goal before Abraham and Saka added the 9th and 10th.
We won 11. We won 11. We won 11. We won 11.
James looking for Chilwell, stretching, but he's not going to reach it. Alexander-Arnold actually made an intelligent run on the other side.
What a block. What a block by Liam freaking Cooper.
Goalkeeper's time wasting now.
Well, after his behaviour so far, I'm sure the referee's all across it. They've been down to 10 men for a while as well, haven't they, San Marino, which hasn't helped their cause. Rossi getting his second yellow card in the 68th minute. Made an impossible task even more arduous. Abraham. Bellingham. Looking at the referee and hoping for a penalty.
Just looks so good on the ball, Bellingham, doesn't he? Just moves like a Rolls Royce.
He moves like a Rolls Royce, and never have I heard that
Future
before.
for England, as the boys were talking before the game. Be anything he wants to be.
I think maybe it helps him as well that he's developing in Germany in the Bundesliga, out the spotlight and the glare of the Premier League. There'll be time for that in the future if he so decides. Gallagher.
1 minute I've added on time.
Well, planning for the World Cup will get underway this week. The current thinking amongst the England setup is to have a base outside Doha rather than right in the thick of the action. All the stadiums in Qatar are within 40 minutes of the capital anyway. It's going to be an intense couple of weeks. The games come every 4 days. It's a swift tournament at its very shortest if you start your campaign late. Here is Gallagher inside the area. Looking for Abraham, but has missed it. Saka trying to tee up. Ben Chilwell on the edge of the box, it missed him.
Come on, Scotland.
Well, the first European Championship final, more goals in a calendar year than ever before, more goals than anybody else in European qualifying for the World Cup. Their most ever clean sheets, a knockout victory over Germany, and now safe passage to the World Cup with one of the best defences in Europe and one of the most potent attacks. When we look back on 2021, in the future we will say it's been a vintage year for England, and it has finished with a vintage performance. It's finished in San Marino 0, England 10.
So the first time England have scored 10 in a competitive game in their history, and England off to the World Cup, their 7th successive qualification for
Off to the World Cup we go.
Get reaction from Ian Wright and Roy Keane. And news of the other important matches this evening, with Scotland 2 up on Denmark deep into stoppage time. All that coming up after the break.
Come on, blow the blooming whistle, ref. Get in! Score to be in Denmark. Get in! Full. Full time. San Marino 0, England 10, Scotland 2, Denmark 0. Like, subscribe to the notification, get it post. I'll see you guys on Saturday for Chelsea versus Leicester City in the Premier League. Like, subscribe to the notification, get it post.